What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about OpenBar, and I am going to try to get into this as much as I possibly can. This is one very complicated, I guess, if you can call it that, little extension for GNOME. It changes everything and completely ends up redesigning the look of it completely, and this is what people love about it. It brings the complete customizability of KDE to GNOME. So take that what you will. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that it does, and I mean, it's changed almost everything for me. All right, so here we go. We're going to go and jump straight into the settings of OpenBar. Here it is. It doesn't look this fancy on its own. I ended up doing this myself. But it starts with auto theming. Now, auto theming has an introduction, as you can see. True colors, pastel colors, dark theme, light theme, so on and so forth. And I'm going to just turn all this off. I don't really like what it does when it does auto theming or any type of overrides or things like that. But I really do like the fact that it allows me to override, you know, the accent colors, right? If I hit apply, and it didn't exactly do it, but now hit apply. Yeah, so there you go. So now we have a purple theme going on instead, and you know, you can apply all this auto stuff if you want to make it go according to your background. I think that would be cool. But when you want to really jump into it, there's a lot of things you can do. For now, I want to end up fixing what I just did, because it's going to bug me if I don't. So since that's purple, we're going with this with purple, and then that automatically adjusts to purple, and then I'm going to adjust this to be like that. And you can see, you can make it pretty big, and we're going to leave it there. So top bar properties is the top bar, and type of bar is floating right now, because it is floating. You can see that because there's rounded edges. And position of bar, top, bottom. You can move it to the bottom if you want and turn this little bar into like a dock type situation, I guess. And you can choose the bar height. So that was at 32, now it's at 51, now it's insane, and now it's completely insane, you know? There's a lot of customization to this. We can even make it smaller if we want, say 24. Now it's really tiny. I don't like that, so we're gonna go with 32. Just like this, because that looks the best. There's margins. Yeah, there we go. See, it makes it go down farther, so you can customize it even more. You don't want no margins, you just want it straight up against the wall. You got that. Apply an overview. So again, when we go in overview, it does not apply. If you want it to apply an overview, you change that, and then there you go. I think I'm going to leave that. Apply in full screen. So when an application is full screen, it will also apply. And enable buttons proximity. So what does this do? Interact with panel buttons from the screen edge's proximity without having to precisely pinpoint it. I mean, that's pretty cool. Windows Max Bar. When the Windows Max Bar is enabled, the following properties apply to the bar. I don't even know what this means. What is this? I don't know what this means. I know it means something, but you can mess around with all that if you want. Foreground. Yeah. I don't know what this does either. I haven't found it really useful or anything. I think it's just like, there's background. So behind this, and there's foreground, so I'm guessing whatever's in front of this. But I'm not really going to mess with it. You can adjust the fonts, which is pretty cool. So if you want a bold font, yeah, I'll actually like that. Wow, that actually kind of changes everything. But all of a sudden the font is broken? What? Why did that break? Oh. Dear God, every time I click it, it makes it worse. Let's try this. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that anymore because I don't need it to bust anymore. our background, as we said, is the behind of this. So as you can see, currently it's an odd color. And if we needed to, we can change the background color to purple. And in changing it to purple, we can make it really purple. You know what I mean? Like semi-purple. I think that looks cool. And again, there's tri-islands. There's multiple different versions of, you know, this up here. Like, if you wanted to, you can, I believe, change it to tri-island and such. I just don't know where that is exactly. Gradient. You can add gradient. It doesn't look very good, but you can still do it. That just looks like muddy waters. Unless I change this to this. Ugh. Gross. But that might apply to you, I guess, you know? And if it does, hurrahs. Yeah, I don't really know how to get an end to this. Like, let's try that. I don't have any margins. Oh, margin. Once again, it's the, yeah, okay. So this is the highlights of it. So in other words, this part right here, as you can see, currently it's supposed to be a blue highlight. Let's change that to this instead. I don't know if it's working. I think it doesn't want to. Hey, there it goes. Now it is. So we made it into a lighter version of itself, which is nice. And we can just max that out and make it like super out there and in your face if you want. Yeah, you can also pull a border off too, so it looks pretty nice like that. And I mean, we can overkill it or we can underkill it. But I don't like the highlight with border. I think that this looks much better. And if this is right here, I think it doesn't need to be like completely overkill. So multiple options there, right? And this is the border around your bar. So as I showed you this previously, it allows you to pretty much have a nice border, you know, kind of like with Forge and other types of tiling things, how they have a border around the window. So if we wanted to, we could totally turn on Forge while we're doing this, minimize that. And now we have a border around it. And again, it applies to purple. So border around here, border around here. But I think this border is a little bit stupid now. So let's just try that one. By the way, I'm totally keeping this because this theme looks awesome. I'm just trying to find the right color for it though. And I think I'm going to just bring that alpha a bit down to about there. There we go. So again, you can have it apply to the top, the bottom, left, or the right. You can have it just to apply to the top. Yeah, let's turn it all off so that we don't have any border. So right side, it's over there. And left side, now it looks like we have some shading on the sides. And if we want it just to the top and the bottom, that looks cool. I like that. Not bad at all. I'm keeping that. Now this is your pop-up menus. So these things right here, okay? And foreground color is white. You can see the white right there. If you wanted to, we can change it to this. And there you go. So foreground color is the text. I'm gonna leave it at white. Background color. We change it to this. Yeah. See, you're gonna have to be very, very picky with this one because you choose the wrong color and it's gonna look really, really awful, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want to make it look awful. You want to make it look nice. So I'm thinking a more purplish blue color. Yeah, like that. That looks good, see? And you can also make it an alpha too if you want, so like that. But it ends up making it transparent, which could be a problem for some people. You could also add a light gradient, an override secondary, and so on and so forth. Even change the border alpha. So you want a nice thick border, you get a nice thick border. And again, there's your border color. Let's change it to this. There we go. And highlight color, the auto highlight color is on. So now that's blue, which we don't want. We want this to match, so there we go. And I'm trying to do my best to show you all of this. There's the accent color, which we already have set up. We don't need to change that again. You can change the alpha of that, and you have your shadow color. So, I mean, if we wanted to, we could change the shadow behind all of the stuff to be a different thing. And then you got like all of this, the shadow alpha, the menu panel radius, the calendar sub radius, the toggle button radius. There's just so much stuff that honestly you could end up doing that it's absolutely nuts and insane. Like, look at all this. It even overrides arc menu. And then we have dash to dock. Yeah. Like, it's kind of nuts what you could do with this. Like, watch this. Here we go. I don't think it's going to listen, though. It's looking like it doesn't want to listen. Yeah, right now it just doesn't want to listen. I mean, it's kind of listening, but it doesn't want to listen. Because it has to obey blur my shell, so it is what it is. But I'm going to set it like that for now, and if we need to, we can go and deal with it elsewhere. Now this applies to menu styles, pop-ups, accents, shell overrides, you name it, it's all there. And again, like so far, we've got a trippy little theme going on here. This is menu brightness, by the way. You can do this on GNOME too. This applies to Flatpaks and stuff. So say we wanted to open up a Flatpak, we would go to Extension Manager, and I'm gonna just go to blur my shell real quick, because I want to blur this. We'll go back in the submenu here in a second. There we go. That didn't work. Why do you never want to blur the things that I want you to blur? Like, look at that. That's right. It didn't do it. Yeah, maybe this is the problem. Cannot pick window from here. Okay, so it has to deal with the fact that Forge is on. You like shrink it down, and then we can select the window. No, it's not going to let us because it thinks that this is the whole window, which is a problem. So it's a little bit ifed out. So let me close that out and open it back up and see if it gets fixed. No, it's choosing Wayland as the whole thing instead. So yeah, once again, can't get that fixed. That's completely fine. All right, let's open it back up and continue off where we left. So far, we've changed pretty much everything. So yeah, we did GNOME shell. So with this, you can change anything you want. Hint bar color, header bar. So if we want, there's a header bar, we can change that to purple if we need to. We can add sidebar gradients. Don't, it looks ugly. Hints, I'd walk you through all this, but I don't want to mess up Nautilus because, well, Nautilus in a way that I enjoy it right now. Very pretty. But it allows you to adjust corner radiuses and things like that for the window border. So, like, I think if we needed to, we could actually go and apply and see this. Like, yeah, look, did it. And there's pullover styles, float bottom right type things, transparency and alpha. So if we wanted to, we could just put that all the way up there, and we'd have to, of course, restart this. So Nautilus -Q. That kills Nautilus, by the way. And open Nautilus back up. And yeah, well, it didn't actually fix the problem, but it is what it is. We're going to set that back to right about here. Anyway, you can turn on traffic lights if you need to. So these are done by OpenVar. They're very useful. And you can have this apply to flat packs and other stuff. It's pretty crazy. And then if you want to save it, you can export it like this. We can go set this one to purple. And done. So in a nutshell, it's a very crazy extension. Probably one of the most detailed extensions that you'll find, and the one with the most settings by far. And it's probably going to just keep improving. I mean, I'm hoping that one day they'll be able to find a way to change the material, the color of the application completely, so that, I don't know, everything will just match, like system-wide. I mean, it already sort of does. I mean, look at that. Oh, that looks good. Look at them purple accents going on. I like that. I'm sure that if we went in here and we actually went with it a little bit more, we could actually end up making it even more detailed inside of here. But yeah, it is what it is, right? You don't want to really push it too much, because if you do, you know, you could end up breaking it. And check this out, I actually just did change it to purple. So it's pretty much adjusted with everything else. And if I adjusted the view plane window. So if I like continue to max this out, you know, it's not going to get any more purple because I have it as transparent. But yeah, it does end up looking very, very well done. And this will apply to everywhere else. Look how purple that is. It's kind of nuts when you think about it. And those corners are right there, so you don't need a corner extension. So, you know, you just do your thing and hope for the best, I guess. Wow, there's just a lot of stuff that we can do. I mean, what happens if we do that? Yeah, I like how it doesn't apply to the store. Close this out, try to open it back up. Oh, now we got glass. So again, let's try keeping this here. Close this out, open this back up. As you can see, it's got like a glassy overlay. You can set this to 85. And 85 looks nice. Wow. That's definitely pretty cool. The amount of customization in this is absolutely insane. And I hope you guys appreciate it, because this is one hell of a job well done for these developers. That's for sure. Window border. So we can actually set our own window border, I believe. We close this out and open this back up. Yep, look at that. There's a window border. Let's crank this up to like 2.5. Yeah, look at that. What if we put it up to 4? Oh, my bad. Here we go. We got a window border all the way around. There's a bug right there, which is normal, but all you have to do is adjust this. And there's a border alpha. Say we want this instead though, so we close this out and open this back up. And yeah, look at that. That's one insane application, that's for sure. What if we want to reduce this to 20? Because I think 25 is a bit much for the corner radius on that. Yeah, that looks a little bit cleaner. But it's not going to apply to everything. Like, cider doesn't apply at all. And it's not going to apply to this. Well, the border radius applies, but the purple was already there. What about element? Does it apply to element? And well, the answer is no. It does not apply. Actually, it does sort of apply to element, just not fully enough. And other applications, I guess. Check out Nautilus now. Hey, it applies to Nautilus. Cool. So you can do endless amount of things with this. Anyway, guys, with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to go in as depth as I possibly could and streamline it into a nice, not so quick video. How did we manage 20 minutes? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share this video, and I'll see you guys, well, next time, obviously. Bye.